Tariq sent Patrick and Monet to Harder, said you're after me.
It's ironic. They said some unflattering things about you as well.
Common enemy. Why not common goal? You've been using the people who work for me. Why not work with me and cut out the annoying middle bitches?
Now it's a fucking war.
It's time for Carter and Noma to go.
They've been plotting against me. Fucking with our business.
Tariq, you'll have to take out Carter.
I'm fucking tired of those motherfuckers thinking they can stand against me.
Fuck you gonna do now, Tariq?
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video. We're coming off, I would say, a little mid episode 8. It was kind of a lot of setup for what we're gonna see in episode 9. And this one is looking like it's gonna be a fucking banger based off the preview. So as you can see from the title, the thumbnail, everything, we're talking about Tariq, him, Monet, Davis, all of their plans to take out Carter and Noma once and for all the clues and details. Basically, we see everybody in this trailer with a fucking gun. Diana, Drew, Monet, even Davis, like I said, and it looks like it's all gonna come together as we see Tariq going to the church in a confession box that Carter goes to, as well as we see Carter beat up, bruised, asking Tariq what now. Everything this season has been leading to this moment, Carter being the final villain, Tariq getting his final kill, and how I think this will essentially get him and everyone else out the game. We're gonna break down all the clues, details, everything like I said. So you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and opinions on who do you believe is gonna die in this next episode. But let's go ahead and get right into it. To kick this off, we got episode 409, Married to the Game, and the description says a union that should bring the Tejadas and Noma together couldn't appear to be further apart. Tariq and Monet are sent on a seemingly simple mission. They find it much more than meets the eye. Now, of course, these two things are referencing one, Married to the Game, obviously talking about Cane and Noma's marriage, them getting together for the business purposes, everything like that. That's the union that should be bringing the Tejadas and everyone together, but it isn't. We're probably going to talk about that in another video. But the second half, Tariq and Monet on a simple mission that's more than meets the eye. This is talking about them setting up the whole plan to eliminate Carter and Noma once and for all. We hear Monet in the trailer say that specifically. It's time for Carter and Noma to go.
It's time for Carter and Noma to go.
Now, where it talks about the mission being simple, but it's much more than meets the eye, I think this is because of the plan and setup that's going to be in place by Carter and Noma. Remember in the last episode, Tariq and Monet tried to pin them against each other. They fed Carter information about Noma working with Sterling Reynolds, trying to get this business up and running so he could stake out with the wires, get everything he need. But they also alerted Noma that Carter was on her case, trying to get her to take out Carter for them. Now with this happening, Carter and Noma end up revealing that information to one another and now have decided to work along together and eliminate the middlemen. So what I think this is referencing, that the mission won't be so simple, is what we hear Noma saying in the trailer.
They've been plotting against me. Fucking with our business.
Talking about the people working with her betrayed her. They've been planning this and now they have to go, just like she told Carter. So I think they're gonna allow themselves, or allow Monet and Tariq to think they're still in cahoots with them, but Noma and Carter is gonna have a plan in place to take them out as well, and that might be what caused these problems and everything to start to go wrong. So now we get into it. We see Tariq, like I said in the intro, as you can see in the thumbnail, he's at the church in the confession box that we have been seeing Carter go to the entire season. We saw him in it the very first episode, talking about his wife Denise, how he's angry, how these criminals gonna pay. That's where he met Paz. We saw him go back there in the last episode, and it looks like Tariq possibly got the drop on him now. He knows where he's gonna be. He's into his personal life and everything like that. Now, this situation really could go one of two ways. He can can really have the drop on him, or this can be set up in place by Noma, because we see Carter walking to the confession box and go inside, and Tariq is already in the other one waiting for him. We saw him putting the silencer on and everything, but Tariq comes out, points the gun, and check the other box. Carter could or could not be in there. This could all be set up for Tariq to get put in a bad spot, and that's once again talking about how the mission will possibly go wrong. They'll have to call an audible and do something else. Now, taking a quick second to shift over to Monet, I believe if Tariq's target is Carter, Monet's target is obviously going to be Noma. They're going to split up to take the two people out. So that's why we see Monet in the trailer pointing a gun at this random nigga in a suit. This could possibly be at Noma and Cane's wedding or at Noma's house or something, where Monet has the up or the drop on Noma in this case. And I think I was going to talk about this later in the video. Davis, he's someone who could play a big part in how this whole situation plays out. As we saw in the last episode, he got Sterling Reynolds for Noma, fed that information to Tariq and Monet, but then also went to the meetup with Noma and Sterling Reynolds and saved her from there, but also helped Tariq, Monet confirm that Noma was going to try to take out Carter. Now, obviously that all led to Carter and Noma teaming up, but in this episode, it seems like he's still going to be working with Tariq and Monet to try to put an end to these two people.
Tariq, you'll have to take out Carter.
Hear him say Tariq is going to be the one to take out Carter in the trailer, but what we see is him in the meetup with Noma. Now, I can't prove this, but it looks like he's in the meetup with Noma. We see him in a warehouse, and in another scene in a preview, we see where it says only 2 episodes left, someone walking up to him. They're meeting in this isolated ass place, and I think this could possibly be a meetup with both Noma and Carter. They're going to try to get him to put Tariq and Monet in a bad spot, so he might give them false directions of where to be and how to take them out, but that could be set in motion by Noma and Carter once again. And I think this is why Davis to having a gun in his trailer as well, as he gets caught up in the middle playing both sides. Now, which of the sides will be the one to take him out or to try to take him out, that has yet to be seen, but I think him getting caught up in the middle and the side that he chooses ultimately to end up on can play a major factor in the outcomes of both of these situations. So once again, Tariq's target being Carter and Monet's target being Noma, it's not all just gonna go as planned, but inevitably Tariq does somehow end up with Carter tied up at gunpoint, bruised, beat up, whether it happens in the church scene or, like I said, they call it audible and find another way, he's gonna have him in his grasp.
Fuck you gonna do now, Tariq?
Now, if he does call the audible, like I think it's very possible, how he gets Carter in this position could be due to another X factor kind of in the same position as Davis, and that's Nico. Now, once again, they got to use this nigga in some way. I talked about how after the death of Kamal Tate, Nico and Felicia was questioning Carter about why they're trying to solve his murder. Why would it be the Russians? Shit not adding up, shit not making sense. Carter was like, fuck what y'all talking about, y'all gonna do what I said. That's that, because he didn't want to tell him he killed Kamal Tate, even though Carter did it to protect Nico, which is why I don't understand why he just doesn't tell him that. But he goes through with the plan where they raise some Russians, Carter plants the dirty gun on him, everything like that, and we see Nico kind of looking at him sideways like he doesn't believe this, like once again shit isn't adding up, but he continues to go along with it. In that same episode, Felicia of course ends up dying and Carter makes it look like a car accident, so Nico once again questions him like what happened, what really went on, and Carter once again lies to him. Now this is continuing to build up mistrust, I would think, and we saw in this episode Noma and Cane stepped to Nico and offered him money to turn on Carter. He went back and fed Carter this information, telling him about Noma trying to flip him, which made me think that, nah, I guess he trusts Carter, he's gonna stay on his side, but he lied and said he didn't take anything from her, even though he did take some money. So he still might be up for sale. So I think if the information is revealed to him that Carter has been lying about Felicia or something like that, he is liable to flip, maybe help Tariq, maybe help everyone else take out Carter. Now this is a big if, but I'm hoping they didn't set all this up for no reason at all. I think he could play a major factor if, once again, like I said, Tariq and Monet have to call an audible, because the setup they had in place turned out they were being double crossed and they were actually the ones being set up. It could lead to the way that Nico possibly helps take out Carter. Nonetheless, however Carter ended up in this situation with Tariq in front of him about to take him out, Tariq is of course gonna do it. The problem lies in a few things. One, probably the most important, is they have footage of Tariq killing Zion. I hope this doesn't just be another big plot hole or something like that. I hope Carter try to use it as leverage, maybe and get out alive or something, because this video is pretty damning evidence and he could bring Tariq down with it whatever he could. Obviously if Tariq kill him here, he can't bring him down for the Felicia shit, but with the video still being out there and he the only one who got a copy because Felicia is now dead, that has to be of some use and that could come back on Tariq. Now that's the only way I see him getting out this situation alive. If not, but Nick is dead. We're gonna see if they actually decide to utilize that fact that they got video evidence on Tariq or not, or if this nigga just dies in this episode, because other than that, there's no possible way Tariq is letting him go. Overall though, that's it for this video. You guys will leave your thoughts and opinions on everything down below. It's kind of like a double setup, double cross, where we do see our boy Tariq come out on top eventually. How he gets there, we're gonna have to wait and see. It looked complicated. We still didn't dive into how Drew and Diana could be involved. We see them getting a shootout. We also saw Noma in the trailer getting into a shootout, but I don't know if all these scenes coincide or actually a part of one another, or I don't know. But it's a lot more we could have broke down that could play major factors. But I still believe Davis and Nico is probably the two most important to look out for, and hopefully they have some sort of impact. I don't know if both Noma and Carter get killed in this episode. That kind of would be crazy if both of the main villains or antagonists get taken out before the finale, but hey, it's very possible. Once again, let me know your final death predictions before these last two episodes and any other videos you want to see before episode 9. As usual, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.